All right, boys, so we got a call this morning about 10 a.m. We are now in Henderson, Las Vegas. Fighter by the name of Joe Pyfer, Mr. Bodybagz, says, hey man, I got a little bonus last night and I wanted to rent a few cars. So we're gonna meet up with him right now. What's good, bro?
What's going on?
What do we got here? What do we got?
So we got a Porsche GT3 on the house, and we got a Lamborghini Aventador. I believe it's an SV.
50 G's for Mr. Bodybagz. This is what it looks like, right?
No. Thankfully, this is the good graces of Royalty Exotics. They're hooking me up, so I would never spend this much money. I can't afford to spend it.
Well, happy birthday, buddy, and let's go for a rip, as we like to say in Canada.
Or a full send. Let's do it.
Fucking full send.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
Dana White said, "Be Joe Pyfer." It's hard keeping up with Joe Pyfer. Joe, someone like Joe, who just puts the work in, doesn't complain, just fucking shows up and, you know, just does what he has to do. And his circumstances were the fucking worst, man. He, you know, he really came from the bottom. I know a lot of people say that, but this kid had fucking nothing. And to just get to this point and to perform in front of Dana like that, and then, you know, get Dana's blessings, and then now being able to get into the UFC, the actual UFC, and get a knockout in his debut, I'm so proud of this kid, man. He's like my little brother, and I think this is still just the beginning, right? This is, there's gonna be bigger knockouts, bigger paydays, bigger opponents. You know, this is just, again, this is just the first step in getting where we want to go.
Boy, you were flying.
Did he drive it right? I'm gonna drive it right. Motherfuckers can't even drive, dog. Shit. Well, I like the steering wheel better.
Bro, so you finally got your big break.
Yeah, man, finally. I get a little bit of a, I wouldn't even say break, I get a little bit of a stress reliever, you know what I mean? It's not, it's a job, you know, and it can be very rewarding. You know, just imagine if I lost it, you know, I'd be gut wrenched, you know what I mean? So I'm just thankful, man. I worked very hard, and I didn't get it by chance, you know, I earned that shit, so here I am. Driving cars I always wanted to drive. I made that a much closer race than he did. That's wild.
So it seems like you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I live for this shit. I'm all about it. I had a bike, like motorcycle. It's what made me feel like I could live again, man. When I felt like I couldn't live, you know, like I didn't want to go on. I found some cars, and I met a good friend of mine that, you know, really allowed me to really learn a lot more about cars. So I'm super thankful for that, and I enjoy it. And puts a smile on my face, man. Fighting puts a smile on my face, but it's, you know, it's a lot of work. And only if you win do you usually get a lot of reward. You know, not that you don't throw a loss, you learn shit about yourself, but cars I can just enjoy, man, you know, so. Lou, you got scared. You know, he stinks at driving, dude. Yeah, yo, anybody that wants to race the Evo 8, I got roll cage, I got E85, I'm making 812 to the wheels, let's run it, motherfuckers, let's go. UFC dudes that got cars, we'll put bets on it, let's do it. Dude, I love it. That's another thing, I love nature, man. I love the wildlife, like, oh, look at that. Is that why it's called Red Rock right there?
All right, tell me a little bit about what we're doing today.
We're going to one of my manager's houses. I'm here with the full send crew. Driving a GT3, Lamborghini Aventador SV, and yeah, I mean, we'll see what's next. Do some filming and have a good time, man. 26 years old, debut, got a knockout, got a bonus, performance of the night, and I'm gonna try and enjoy myself for once, man. I haven't experienced too much, like I've never done something like this, and I mean, I'm fucking ecstatic, man, so. I'd be interested to see how my Evo goes against these, you know, fucking hundreds of $1,000 cars.
so much different than the strip.
Wait, yeah. I mean, there was a couple times.
With me?
Thought we were, getting a little sketchy, but then we were good.
Who, me?
Just in general.
Nah, come on, bro. If you're not bobbing and weaving, you're not doing it right. I mean, first of all, I'm about to be blonde girl blondie car, whatever that show is where they analyze the cars. First of all, I think it's sick that it's like rear engine fucking car. Look at the ass on this thing, bro. The fucking diffusers, it's all carbon fiber, like it's insane, man. I don't know, just the design of this, it looks like a fucking Batmobile. And I love the turn signal, so preferably I would want the car all black, but you know, it's not my fucking car yet, so.
Why do you want it all black?
The fucking Batmobile, dude. Imagine driving that thing at nighttime. It's wide, fat ass, screaming. This is what the Batmobile should look like.
Yeah, like maybe what we'll do is after.
You're only one exit away. I mean, it's...
Yeah. Yeah. He wished. I hope I could get 2 hours extra.
Spit on it either.
You know what I mean?
Should have left him there. I got some plates.
Look at that, bro. Come on, dog. I worked in a fucking bakery. You know what I'm saying? Screw.
I mean, I'm kicking the months. At least you got you okay? You want something?
He said now it's in sport mode, so this is gonna be a little hard keeping up with him.
Here we go, at the top of the class on the road, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, hey, on the road, here we go.
Seen the cars we were rolling around in earlier, now we pulled up, we're out in Red Rock. I mean, we're just enjoying the view right now. Joe Pyfer, talk to me about this past 24 hours, bro. This is insane, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal, man. Go in there, fight for the UFC, get your first win, get a bonus. I get to drive on the house thanks to Royalty Exotics. You know, they give me a GT3 and a Lamborghini Aventador. It's, you know, those are two dream cars right there, man. Way out of my pay grade, and I get to drive them and enjoy the scenic part of Vegas. To be honest, I wasn't a fan of Vegas until coming out here.
You also got a text message on our way up here, right? We're gonna drive another car after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Dana's gonna let me go take his Ferrari I believe it's at the Apex or whatever. He told me not to crash it, so I'm gonna go pick it up and I'm gonna take him up on it. And
At his house or at the PI?
I think it's at the PI.
That'll be sick.
Dude, Dana's the man. He just said, "Don't wrap it around a paw." He's like, I drive it every day. I was like, I got you. Come on. I've never driven a Ferrari, so I'm gonna do it.
I mean, everything's kind of come full circle, right? Yeah. From that arm injury on the first time in the Contender series to now that same arm being, you know, the knockout, right? You know, we talked about this last night. Me as a fan, I don't think it's sunk in for myself hearing your story and just how crazy it is. But I mean, you're taking this all in like it's another day, brother. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, man. You know, I got to talk to you off camera a little bit and, you know, give you my insight. I'm not going to live forever, and I don't want to be dumbfounded by all these things and, you know, get caught up in the money and the materialistic shit and the social media. You know, it's all great. It's going to help me provide for myself and the people I love in it. And, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm taking it all in. I got a second knockout since I had that injury with that hand. And, you know, all it shows is that I put in a lot more time than people realize. And I belong with the best of the best, man. That's what I'm here to prove. So, you know, having said that, I'm going to take my time doing this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be impulsive and rush my career. I'm going to make smart decisions. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. I can't fight forever, and there's some bad dudes out there, and I got to respect that. So I'm going to get my ass back in the gym, enjoy a little bit of time off, and move on to the next one.
And I love that you were telling me about that in the car, because you see the business aspect of this business. You said, hey, if one day I get the opportunity to fight Israel Adesanya, I'm not going to fight Israel Adesanya for no 50K. If I'm fighting Israel Adesanya, I got to be making good money. So talk to me about where that sort of business sense comes for you for being so young in this, you know, obviously in the UFC, right?
Yeah, so young in my UFC career, but not young in the sport in general. You know, I grew up around Eddie Alvarez and Zach Makovsky and, you know, Sam Marpizza when he was in Bellator. And, you know, I grew up around a lot of OGs back in the day that, you know, I got to see them succeed, and then I got to see some of them not. And, you know, it's not a disrespect to anybody. It's just, it's actually more or less the respect to Israel and, you know, everybody in the middleweight division that's in the top 15 that, you know, I have to be I have to be deserving, and I have to earn my right to rank up, right? You know, I got to put on good performances and show that I belong in the top 15. But at the same time, it's like, who am I to be making, you know, a lower end of money on the roster and call out somebody like him? You know, that's ignorance, and I'm not that ignorant. You know, I'm 26 years old, just turned, you know, enjoying my birthday still, and I'm okay with the journey right now, man. You know, once I feel like a lot of these guys get to the top and that's all they want, and then they get there and they kind of lose the love for the game because they got to the top. That's the absolute top. So I'm going to enjoy this process and this journey, and I'm going to grow as a fighter, as a person, and mature as a, you know, as a fighter and a businessman. And, you know, I want to do this shit right, man. I never want to have to work again in 10 years.
So what does the rest of the day look for us? We're going to rip around Red Rock for a little bit more. We're going to go pick up the Ferrari. Yeah. And then you got to catch a plane at some point today, right?
Yeah, I got to catch a plane. They delayed my flight until 12:25 a.m. now, so I'm going to go pick up Dana's Ferrari, and I'm going to rip around, man. I'm enjoying these cars. Look, I don't get cars and not drive them hard, so I'm going to go pick up the car. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to rip it, because what's the point in having a fast car if you don't send it? Full send, baby. Let's go.
Full fucking send, baby. You already know. We out of here.
Hey, man, it's time to make history. All of your talking, making no sense to me. Been talking with God, ain't even at odds, I'm welcoming victory. Me and my dogs are walking in love, but still we made enemies. But it's time to make history, y'all. Yeah, it's time to make history. Why you shaking looking finicky? Why you talking like your friend of me?
All right, boys, before we get out of here, just a quick reminder. The Full Send supplements, make sure you go to supplements.co. Use your promo code OG15. We're going to talk about the liver reset, because I know it's the weekend. I know you boys are going on benders. Take care of your liver. Take the liver reset. You'll thank me later. Full Send supplements, supplements.co, promo code OG15. Appreciate you, boys. Let's go.